Hello and welcome to what is the first ever review on the Sounds for the Seafloor page, and today we'll be reviewing the 6th studio album from Scottish heroes, the Fratellis. I went into this album not really expecting much due to their last few albums being a bit run-of-the-mill, and I feel like we got another one. Another fairly average soft rock album with a few decent tracks that will ultimately, they'll be played live and I'm sure people will enjoy them, but I think as a whole album experience I was a bit let down with this. I feel like a lot of the instrumentals were a bit, standard soft rock band material that you've really come to expect from the band at this point, and that's a bit of a shame for me considering that their first two albums I really enjoyed and their personalities came through a lot more on them projects that I feel like we've been missing ever since, really. Long gone are the days of the interesting rhythms and the off-the-wall vocal performances. It all just sounds a bit cashed in now, in a way, and the band seem to have found a certain tone and have really just stuck with it ever since, and if that suits them then that's fine, but they're not really barking up any trees with this record. The best tracks on this thing I would consider to be Lay Your Body Down. It is a decent track that has quite an atmospheric feel to the whole thing. Got some good vocal performance in there. The instrumentals was really interesting in this one. Probably the most out there they went on this record, really. Other than the first track, really, that I didn't like at all, but you have to say it was interesting in a way. They have like a whole fairy tale aesthetic to the track, and it is the half drunk under a half moon. Yeah, the twinkly guitar intro on this thing and all the instrumental with it really just seems a bit far too overproduced for me. Got some decent live vocals. The one thing I didn't like is that I know it's got this fairy tale aesthetic going, but it just seems far too cartoony for my liking. One of the other stronger tracks for me was The Last Songbird. I love the clean guitar riffs on that. The big sounding bass tone was nice, and it's not really something we see anywhere in this album other than here. It's got a nice little fade out. I love, there's a part where the song transitions nearer to the end and it goes into like a speakerphone type effect, and then it comes back and then it goes like off the wall classic Fratelli style that we don't get at all at any other point on this album. The title track, and yeah, a lot of the tracks on this are just very run-of-the-mill and there's not really a lot to talk about on them. If you want to look at my opinions of each track and read what I've actually written down as I was listening to the album, then feel free to pause the video and read the little graphics in the background of the video. It's okay, I suppose, but it's not pushing the boundaries. Not that you'd really expect a Fratellis album to be super instrumentally incredible or anything like that, and experimental. If you're a fan of the band's previous work, then I'm sure you'll like this album, but it's not going to be for everyone. It's music for the fans that they've already gained, and I don't think they're going to be getting many more from this album. And that's why I've given this album a 4.5. I feel like there is some definite standouts that I'm sure you'll be able to notice from the graphics in the background, but I mean 90% of this album is just what you would expect. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.